catalyst for change with the chance to thrive. Crystal is the one to stir up gifts and save lives. You get exposure, promotion, and marketing too. And advertise for business owners just like you. On Storytime, your interview is global. Virtual or in person, just come on the show. Yo, your story matters. Crystals will open the door. 40 years of experience, ready to give you more on Storytime. Get ready for Storytime. Hey, come on.
Up so we could get this going. And we're going to get ready to say welcome to Mr. Roderick. And we know that he is standing by waiting patiently. And we're going to welcome him in the studio and get this going tonight. So what we want to ask you to do is get your cup of water, whatever it is that you're drinking pleasure, and get ready to receive our guest as he comes on in. Roderick, are you there?
I'm here. Thank you, Crystal. How you doing? God bless.
All right. I'm doing amazing. And thank you for allowing us to share your story here on Storytime. And we know that as we added this segment, we always pick individuals that we just know personally that we've seen. We know that you don't think of yourself as a legend, but we've seen enough to know that your story is one that would inspire many people, and we know that it needs to be told. And a lot of times people don't get to share their stories and they don't get to get their flowers. So we want to be the one to do that now, you know. So with that being said, your day going good today?
Blessed, thoroughly blessed. Any day on this side of the ground, I'm blessed.
You can't go wrong. That's right. You know, now there's a couple of things that I talked about in here, and I know that we're going to go into a lot of those things where we talk about family, we talk about community, we talk about things that you've overcome. But what I always do is I always ask my guests in the very beginning to start out, because there's somebody who may watch this that doesn't know who Roderick Perry is. They've never seen you. They've never heard of you. So I always like to give my guest the opportunity to take it back to the little boy and tell us who is Roderick Perry, and tell us a little bit about your upbringing.
Okay. Again, thank you for having me. It's an humbling experience. I was born in Raleigh, North Carolina. I was born actually on St. Augustine's University's campus in an all-black hospital called St. Agnes Hospital. In 1956, I was the only child of my father Willard Perry and my mother Addie Sue Holden Perry. My father is from Nightdale, was born and raised in Nightdale, and my mother was born and raised here in Raleigh. As a matter of fact, I was born on St. Aug's campus, but my mother is a Shaw alumni. She was born across the street from Shaw University. Four of her sisters. She has seven sisters. But four of them lived in Estes Hall at one time when they were students at Shaw University. I attended Tuttle Community Center, which was a kindergarten on Tarboro Road, right across the street from St. Augustine's College. And when I started school, I started at St. Monica's Catholic School, right on Tarboro Road, right near the old DMV building. And I attended that for 3 years. And then my mother took me out and enrolled me in public school here at Mary Phillips.
Wow.
I went from Mary Phillips to Carnage Junior High School at the time, named after one of our famous citizens here in Raleigh, lawyer Fred Carnage. I went to Carnage. At the same time, my mother was an art teacher at Carnage. She was an instructor there. Played football and basketball, and up until the 1972, and that was when we experienced desegregation and they bust. So I went across town to Martin Junior High School, and it was an eye-opening experience being enrolled with students of other cultures, for lack of a better word.
Wow.
They played both sports. Played with the governor at the time. Played with the governor's son, youngest son. I was into school government then, and I was the ninth grade class president. And during that time, the governor's daughter went to Martin, and they asked me to be her campaign manager, Governor Bob Scott. So this was Susan Scott and Carr Scott, which Carr Scott was named after his grandfather, who was also a governor of North Carolina. Well, I left Martin and started practicing with the Enloe varsity, but my mother wanted me to transfer to Broughton. I wound up transferring to Broughton and played football and basketball at Broughton High School here in Raleigh. And the next year, I went back to my science school and played football at Enloe High School and graduated from Enloe High School in 75.
Wow.
Left there and went to Johnson C. Smith University. Played football down there for 3 years. Was probably one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. Going to school with other individuals from around the world who looked like me, my color, and we were all family. It was a family-oriented environment. And when I came home during the holidays from Charlotte, I would hang out on St. Aug's and Shaw's campus with those students.
Okay.
So, the HBCU experience was definitely a family experience of a village.
Well, let me stop you there before we go too far into the HBCU experience. So I do agree. I always tell everybody that if you can, send your child to a HBCU because there's nothing like it. Now, I heard you mention your upbringing and everybody being born at St. Agnes. My parents were born there too, and my brother and sister. So we know that's a historical landmark here in Raleigh, North Carolina, for sure.
Right.
So, coming up in Raleigh, North Carolina, was you as active as you are in the community now? I mean, because you're active now in the community. What kind of young boy was you in all those schools before you got into sports? Because I know you said God has spared you because you done been through some things. So talk to
Right.
me about that journey in the beginning. What was it like? How was that little boy Roderick? Was he focused? Was he doing good at school, or did he go down a different pathway?
Well, I did all right in school. I always excelled in certain areas academically and athletically, but I took things for granted. Like when you're young, you think you can live forever, and I got kind of hemmed up in some situations that I'm not very proud of. But had it been not for the mean streets of Raleigh, for lack of a better word, I don't think I would be so humble and open minded as I am now. It
Wow.
taught me it taught me a lot. It taught me not to take things for granted. You know, it taught me not to feel like I'm entitled for anything. You know,
Mm,
my parents always taught me a real decent work ethic, and I always worked. But I did make through the years make some bad decisions, and I'm grateful to be able to live and tell the story that I made some bad decisions and maybe be able to advise younger individuals, be it male or female, on which way not to go
yes. Yeah,
in
because
life.
there's temptation out there, and we know that many of us have stories, right? People have gone through some things, but the difference was, Roger, would you agree to this? Back then, we were more apt to having our neighbors and some people on the block to steer us in the right direction.
No
We
question.
came up with the neighborhood kind of raised us, right?
Right.
But now it's different today.
It's-
So, what would you tell someone today that may not have that neighbor or may not have that OG that's kind of tapping them on the shoulder and saying, get it together? What would you say to a brother today that you see going on the wrong path?
I would say to a brother or even a sister today, if they feel like they're not their spirit is not well with them, then to reach out and say, hey, and not be so prideful, not let their ego get in the way, and ask for help and seek help. Because yes, today we don't have this, or the society doesn't have so much of a family oriented attitude.
Mm,
When I grew up, of course we were raised by a village.
right.
Nowadays, kids are left to fend for themselves in a lot of situations. So I would advise any kid, any younger person, and I often tell people, you know, when I go through, I stop at a service station, I stop at a store, anywhere in Raleigh, really anywhere. Hey, I'm here for you. You know, if I may not know you from a can of paint, but here's my number. And if you feel like you're going through something, feel free to call. Be a night day. I tell people in the organizations that I'm in, because although we join our organizations and contribute as a group, people still go through things.
Yes, yes, yes. And that's really nice. It's definitely heartwarming to know that you will let a stranger or a young brother or young sister know, hey, listen, I'm here for you. So when you're out there doing those things, because we know that you go out there. Before I ask you too many questions, I know I received some pictures from you, and I took the time to make a nice slideshow just to kind of go into a little bit of your life. I think this would be a great time to show that slideshow. So I'm going to pause for a moment to do that. And I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. If you're watching here, say hello in the comments. If you say hello in the comments, we will let Roderick know you are here. If you say hello in the comments, we will let him know you are here. Okay, so all you have to do is say hello and let us know where you're chiming in from. If you're from one of his organizations, if you're family, just say hello, and we'll definitely put it on the screen. In the meantime, it'll pop up, and when it pops up, It'll look something like this once I put it up there. Just say hello and we'll put it up there and he will see that you are here. But in the meantime, I have a treat for you. I think you'll enjoy it. And just to let you get an idea of Roderick Perry's life. So let's take a moment and pause for that. Yes. How you like that?
Wow. Thank you.
That's kind of including everybody that you spoke of that has a piece of your heart. And family is everything, and you spoke a little bit about family a moment ago. And we know that is truly what it's all about. And I know it starts out for many of us with our parents. Talk to me a little bit, Roderick, about your parents. I know that you talk a lot about your mom. I've heard you tell stories about things that she used to do in the neighborhood, but talk to us a little bit about your parents and the things that they instilled in you to make you the person you are today.
Well, my dad was really a workaholic. At one time, he had 3 jobs at one time. He went from, I think it was Vaden Whitley High School out of North Carolina, the Knightdale, North Carolina, straight into the Army. Okay, no, I take that back. He got a job at the DMV. And then when he got in the Army and they were going to send him to Korea, the Department of Motor Vehicles said, go serve your country and we will hold your job for you. He was a mail clerk. And that's in fact what happened. He served in Korea and came back and began working back at the DMV. Retired after 35 years of service. He worked at the Spinks Club, which was a famous club for the state legislators and the governors here in Raleigh, downtown Raleigh, in the old Sir Walter Hotel building. It was a club just for them, and did odd jobs cleaning offices at night. Yeah, my dad was really was instrumental in my life. He and my mother got divorced in 1970 and remarried in 83. So he was always around. Now, my mom was also a workaholic. She was an educator, and she also had night jobs after school. And then during that time when teachers taught, at the end of the school year, their salary stopped. So they had to get summer jobs. So her summer jobs included work for Raleigh Parks and Recreation. And she was the manager of the pool for a couple of summers at John Chavis Memorial Park. She worked at Roberts Park in Raleigh. She worked a summer camp for public schools. Had a summer camp at Mary Phillips, which she put me to work at a lot of places. So they both instilled in me a stringent work ethic. A lot of people say by you being an only child, you might have been spoiled. I didn't really want for anything, but I always had to work for everything. So I'm really grateful for both sides of my family who taught me that hard work, or work in general, and persistency pays off.
Wow, that's amazing. And we want to say hello to you too. We see that Chief is here. We have it says,
Yeah.
"What's up, Chief?" It's coming from Dow Wardlaw from Kabbalah.
Wardlaw. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
one of my nobles in Kabbalah Temple.
yeah, he's saying hello to you. He's out there, so that's good. Thank you so much for being there, sir. We appreciate you being there, definitely. And anybody else, if you let us know you're there, we'll definitely put it out there so he knows you're there. So now, also, Roderick, I know you have some other people that are very near and dear to you. Also, as we look at them, I saw some pictures. But how about these two right here? These two.
Those are my princesses. Those are my two daughters. The one is, as you look on the left, is Unique, and the one on the right is Indonesia, and they're my babies. They're in their early 30s. They're in the late 20s, early 30s. Excuse me, girls. I know I'm gonna get fussed at about that. But those are my babies. Unique has 2 kids, and Indonesia doesn't have any kids yet. But
And
yeah,
I bet you people know
I
not
love
to
my
mess.
girls. Now.
And people know don't mess with them ladies. They know that's
I love
Roderick.
my girls. I love my sons, but I love my girls.
Now you got one that I know pretty good. This one right here, your name's
Right,
here.
right.
How's he doing anyway? How is
He's
photography?
doing great. He has his own delivery business, spoiling his girls. He has 3 girls. He has 3 girls, and he's spoiling all 3 of them.
Wow.
I'm very proud of my son. Very proud of my son.
I'm proud of him too. Tell him I said hello. And he's still doing music too.
He is. He's got flow, as they say.
Okay. So you need to tell him to hit me up so I can interview him. I would love to find out about how he's doing in the music industry and let more people know about him and everything. So that would be a beautiful thing for sure. Now, Roderick, you do a lot of things outside of being a family man, being a grandfather and everything. We know that you also just recently definitely made a new decision, and you have someone in your life that is definitely an extremely important person in your life too. And that right there is Miss Janice.
That's my baby. That's Mrs. Janice Palmer Perry. We got married in May the 23rd of this year. So she's what I call my rib. And it's great the way the Bible denotes that, because your ribs protect your major organs.
Wow.
So she is my rib. She protects my heart.
Wow.
That's the love of my life.
Wow. So Roger, let me ask you this question, because some people may not think that they can find love in their golden years like you did. Any words of encouragement to anyone who might be in the latter years to let them know don't give up?
I'll say always keep an open mind. Always remain teachable, and persistent. You don't have to physically be looking and worrying people to death or whatnot, because God, whatever God you choose to serve, is going to bless you if you're being good stewards over the life that He blessed you with. So that's the way I look at it. I'm not perfect. I still make mistakes, but I try to be a good steward over his blessings, to include my own life.
Yes.
And he
Yes.
blessed me with my wife, Janice.
Wow, that's good. Now, Roderick, you went from making those choices at younger years to becoming a community servant in many capacities, and you have a lot of organizations that you're affiliated with that we showed in the slideshow, from
Right.
the Men of Southeast Raleigh to Kabbalah Temple, to the Shriners, to what you do with Martin Street Baptist Church. Talk to me about how that transition happened for you. When did you find yourself focusing more on helping others and realizing that you're a changed man?
Well, I was living in Charlotte after I changed. God helped me change my life over from the bad old days, I call it. And I did a lot of service work in another fellowship called Narcotics Anonymous. I would help set the meetings up, help break the meetings down. Uh, uh, I have 20 years substance free at the time, thank God. Been 20 years I've had not indulged in any mood or mind altering substances. Uh, so there were people that were watching me then in
Right.
Charlotte in the early 2000s. And this one individual came up to me and asked me, was I interested in becoming a Prince Hall Mason? And it blew me away because of course I was. Prince Hall Masonry, it means a lot to me, and seeing Masons as I was growing up, seeing Shriners as I was growing up, and I'm talking Prince Hall Masons.
Okay.
Because these are African American Masons.
Okay.
Who served the society.
Wow.
So I became a Prince Hall Mason in 2011. Okay.
So, well, let me ask you something. If there's anybody who's watching and maybe they're interested in becoming a Mason or doing anything like that, tell them a little bit about what that entails and who will qualify for that. And so in case somebody's interested, and if you guys are ever looking to find new members, you can definitely take this time to tell them that.
To be able to become a Prince Hall Mason, you another brother, or you can just ask. We have a phrase we say to be one, ask one. And you can just inquire about what it takes to become a Prince Hall Mason. You fill out an application. It's sent here in North Carolina to our Grand Lodge. They do a background check. They give you a thumbs up or thumbs down. The thumbs up is sent to your lodge that you've applied to join, and the initiation process starts. Now, there are several houses in Prince Hall Masonry, and one of the houses is Shrindom, Prince Hall Ancient Egyptian Arabic Order Nobles Mystic Shrine, Prince Hall Shriners. And I was fortunate enough to be invited to join Kabbalah Temple after I moved back to Raleigh after my mother passed away in 2014. I did a lot of service work in Charlotte before she passed away, in Masonry and at the church at the time I was attending. So I got back into the church down there because my mother had started me years ago when I was a small child in attending church at Martin Street Baptist Church. I got baptized in 1968 at Martin Street. So, the phrase goes, train a child up the way they should go and they would never depart from it. So I made bad decisions and got away from it, but I knew how to come back to it. Now, when I got back to Raleigh, I was invited to join Kabbalah Temple, and I was initiated and made a Shriner in 2018, I believe it is. And so I've been a member of Excelsior Lodge number 21, the lodge that I demitted from the lodge in Charlotte and joined here, and a member of Kabbalah Temple number 177, Prince Hall Shriners. I'm also a 32nd degree Scottish Rite Mason in J.W. Moore 57 Consistory in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. Basically, I have became a Mason and get involved and active in these different houses because my niche is the underdog. I want to be able to help the disenfranchised, help those that need help that we can help. I can't reach in my pocket a lot of times and pull the money out, but I can serve in other capacities. So I do call myself a servant leader because I have been put in positions in these particular houses to be able to lead. And I've always felt like I had something to offer someone who was inspired to be somewhat like me. So I do call myself a servant leader, but primarily I'm here to serve the community in which I live and helping lift or improve the quality of their lives. Can't hear you, Crystal.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to make sure I made noise while you were speaking. I have a few pictures. This one is when it's Kabbalah, right? This one is Kabbalah Temple.
That's Kabbalah Temple. We're at presently at that time at what's called Imperial Session. And this was the 132nd Imperial Session in New Orleans,
Okay.
Louisiana.
Now, what about this right here? This a different.
This is another large gathering of Masons, and this is what's called Grand Lodge Session. And this year was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Okay.
The two individuals that you see also with me in this picture are elected officers in our lodge, Excelsior Lodge number 21. Good brothers, good upright men and Mason.
Okay. And so this is the symbol for which one?
Masons. That's for free and accepted Masons, Prince Hall affiliated.
Okay.
That's the badge of a Mason.
Okay. And then what about this one?
That's just a same thing. But that's a emblem of a Mason, but it was just something that I saw and decided to put it on my page on Facebook.
And so this right here is special because Miss Janice is affiliated too as well, right?
She is. She's a member of the Order of Eastern Stars, and she's been involved in the order for quite some time. And I enjoy participating in events with her. We have something in common. We actually met in 2023 at the Grand Lodge Session.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I was blown away by her stunning beauty. And from there, I got friends of mine that say she ain't gonna appreciate this. But I got friends of mine that say she scratched you with a monkey's foot. But that's my baby.
That's it.
I'm head over heels over that young lady.
That's good. I'm so happy for you. Now, Roger, you also do some things in the community. This with the church right here?
That's with Martin Street Baptist Church. That emblem is from the 32nd degree Scottish Rite Masonry, which I spoke about earlier. But yeah, that's Blessings in a Bag. And we give food out the second Saturday of every month. As a matter of fact, this Saturday coming at 1001 East Martin Street, Raleigh, North Carolina, in the parking lot, you will see lines of cars. We'll be giving food out. Unfortunately, I won't be able to attend this Saturday because we'll be creating 2 new Shriners in Kabbalah Temple this Saturday morning. But keep in mind, folks, the second Saturday of every month at Martin Street Baptist Church, rain, sleet, snow, or shine, if the weather's bad, we'll be on the State Street side of our campus giving food out.
Okay.
We average about 300 families, 300 to 400 families every month.
Now, what about, I know also that you have another group of men that you do a lot with here.
Yes, ma'am. Now, these gentlemen are men of Southeast Raleigh. These gentlemen, 75 to 80% of them are men that I grew up with, physically grew up from a child. We've been together that long. Now, we might have gone our different paths and careers and military service, but we for the most part have wound up back home.
Mm-hmm.
And there are also individuals that saw what we do and wanted to be a part of. So they also have joined. We collectively try to do the same as my Masonic fraternal family. We try to improve the quality of life in Southeast Raleigh. We were all raised in Southeast Raleigh, so it's a great fellowship. I'll
Wow.
put a plug in. We are having a gala this year. We're having a gala, which is a black tie affair in conjunction with Self Help Credit Union on December the 13th. That evening at a venue in Southeast Raleigh. So by all means, get in contact with you, and you can give them my number, and I'll give them more information on that.
Yeah, that gala. I'll definitely get that information and put that up for you guys so you can see it. I do see the flyer for it, so I'll make sure we share that flyer for you guys. Now,
Okay.
Roderick, what is it that people don't tell us something that people don't know about you when you're not serving, when you're not working with the Masons or the Shriners or
Right.
Martin Street or that? What does Roderick like to do in his past time?
My pastime, well, basically, it's being serving to our community. But if not, I'm sitting home watching a football game, watching a basketball game. You know, studying my Masonic literature. So that's pretty much. I try to keep it simple, spoiling my grandkids. You know, so I just and love, no, without a doubt, loving on my wife. So.
Definitely.
So that's pretty much what I do and enjoy doing it.
Yes, 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 yes. And that takes work, I'm sure, for those who might want to know how that goes. You have to put in time to do that. Now, you mentioned a minute ago, you mentioned the gala. So I wanted to take a minute and put that up so people can see it. There's the gala right there,
Right,
the Southeast Raleigh Gala. And
right,
you can scan the barcode right there. You can scan the barcode, take your camera and put it toward the screen over the code, and that will allow you to get tickets. This is on Saturday, December the 13th, right? And
exactly,
it's a formal or semi-formal affair. So come out,
right,
get dressed up. You got a reason to get dressed up, right? And come
exactly.
do what you need to do. Definitely. So, Roger, right now at this stage of the game, you're doing everything that you'd like to do. What next? If there was anything else that you haven't gotten a chance to do, 2026 is around the corner. What next for you?
2026 is a venture that myself and my wife have gone into. We've started our own business. We have our LLC. It's called Business Central Plus. It's training, safety training, any type of safety training. We're getting CPR training certified,
I love it.
hazmat, hazardous material removal, maintaining, and how to maintain. Uh, uh, we're also doing continuing education,
Okay.
which you have funeral homes, small businesses, HVAC businesses. They're required to do to give their employees continuing education. We
Okay.
offer this training.
Okay.
We offer this training.
So
So
this training
this,
is
this
for
is
people in funeral homes and who else?
this training is for anyone, anyone that wants to be well versed in safety, health, and wellness training. Any type of forklift. Well, no, we don't do. Well, we do safety training, but if the forklift certification will come, it comes in another environment. But we do hazardous material maintenance, removal. Um, we do, like I said, continuing education training. A lot of people don't realize there's a lot of these small businesses are requiring their employees to have a continuing education opportunities. And we do that training for them to be able to stay eligible for government assistance.
Okay, so how can they reach out to you if they're interested for this? And is there a
They
preferred
can
number or email, or
they
how do
can
you want them to reach out?
they can call me at 704-202-8511. That's
704.
that's W. Roderick Perry at 704-202-8511. They can also email me at wroderickp@outlook.com. That's RODERICK. Okay. They can contact my wife, Janice Palmer Perry, at 336-432-1861.
Hold on, 336 432.
432-1861. Her email address is jpp@yahoo.com.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen,
And the name of the company is Business Central Plus.
all right, for Business Essential Plus, right?
No, Business Central.
Business Central Plus
Right.
LLC.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see if I can grab one of these business cards. I'm sorry, that might have not have been the right thing to do was step away
no,
from
that's
the
fine.
camera.
I got it up there for you. So tell me, I have everything on the screen. So for Business Central Plus LLC for state training, contact Mr. or Mrs. Perry. You can contact him at 704-202-8511, or you can email him at wroderickp@outlook.com.
Yes,
or you
ma'am.
can contact Janice at 336-432-1861, or email her at jpp@yahoo.com. Is that correct?
That's exactly correct.
So it's right there on the bottom of
No,
the screen.
I apologize. That's JP. Yeah, jpp@yahoo.com. Is that correct, David?
All right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So now Roderick is starting out, and he had been supporting everybody doing what he do. So now reach out to them and pour back into them, pour back into their business, and allow them to bless you on a different level to give you what you need. He also says CPR, so that's a blessing too.
Okay, can I interrupt and ask my wife to come and correct me on some things, please?
Oh, no problem. That's
Janice, can you come in a minute, baby? Because I want to make sure we get this information out correctly. And
okay, you can do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, right now we're gonna allow Roderick's wife to come and give us this information.
Hurry.
Right now, and she's gonna come and bring us the information. So, by all means, if she can join you and sit next to you, you can bring her, and she can sit right next to you. And
she's a shy guy.
Probably like, wait a minute,
okay, she just gave me a card.
Okay, she gave you.
All right. It's Business Central Plus Safety Training, and her email address is JP Perry. I apologize. 1@yahoo.com.
Okay.
That's JP PERRY 1@yahoo.com.
So JPPERRY 1.
Yes.
Okay. So we made the adjustment. We're making the adjustment right now, so we can put that back up here and have that on here. And we got you covered with that. So cool. We got it in here, and we fixed it. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. It's up there. The correct email is up there. Yes.
Thank you.
So that's good. I'm glad I asked that question. So a new business venture for you next year. What about traveling? Are you and your wife going to travel a little bit and do some things other than that?
Yeah, we are planning on doing some traveling. I'll be trying to get down to Greenville, South Carolina in December. I can't really say that's a definite. I have been going. It's a Shrine Bowl that Kabbalah Temple's been supporting for the last couple 3 years. And then next year we will be attending what's called a desert conference they have twice a year, which in the Shriners, they denote the desert for the state. Our state is called desert. Our cities are called oases.
Okay.
So we're having a state conference in January. And then we have our annual Imperial Council session. This year will be in Tampa, Florida. the third week of August. And shortly thereafter, the Masons will have their Grand Lodge session, which the location they're changing cities this year, I think. But so we do have some travel dates on our calendar, and probably a couple of more coming up.
Okay.
Maybe the CIAA tournament in Baltimore. Who knows?
Wow. Now, Roderick, I know that there's another thing that you enjoy more than anything when it comes to the things that you do a lot of, and that is being a grandparent. Talk to me
Oh,
about
no
that.
question. My grandbabies. Yeah, they definitely are a joy to me. I really really am grateful and thankful to be able to spend time with my grandbabies here in Raleigh and my grandbabies in Richmond, Virginia.
Hmm.
They are joy to me. They bring me joy. They keep me grateful because a lot of people don't have the opportunity to spend the time that with their family like that.
Yes.
I would like to be able to spend more time with them, but circumstances have it that sometimes, you can't do that. But I do embrace and cherish the times that I do have to spend with my kids and my grandkids.
And how many do you have overall?
Uh, 5.
Okay. Okay. I think there's one boy, right?
There's one boy, Josiah, Destiny, Serenity, Ryan, and Amir.
Awesome.
Ryan's the baby.
Okay. All right. Well, good. I know. I think I have them all in the. Did we put them all
You
in the
did, you
slideshow?
did, you did, you did, you did. The three that are in Raleigh are actually track stars,
Oh
and
wow.
and Destiny, she's really excelling athletically, and all of them are doing well academically.
Okay. Okay. So listen. So I wanted to find out about that with you, and we definitely know that being a grandparent is a jewel. I know for me, it is nothing like being a grandparent. I mean, that is the joy that I can't even explain. I know it's different. It's different than being a parent. When it comes to the children, they bring out something else in us for sure. They
Right.
definitely do. And
And
what is
actually, Crystal, I see that you have a new grandchild on the way. Correct?
Yes, 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 I do. That is going to be something else. First baby from my baby. So when your youngest had the child, that is definitely something different. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that. I think that's gonna
Congratulations,
yeah,
congratulations.
yeah. So Roger, now we talked about the gala. It's that's the Southeast men, right? Anything
Right.
else in Martin Street? You talked about what Martin Street has coming up. So
And
that's good.
Kabbalah Temple is having their annual joint ball on the same day, but we're having a day ball.
Okay.
They're having their joint ball on December the 13th at the used to be called the North Raleigh Hilton, but now it's called the Hilton in North Raleigh on Wake Forest Road on December the 13th. You put my number out there. Please contact me, and I will get you in on a ticket, and we will have a great weekend.
Okay, so the number that you have already, you can call Roderick for that. Is that the same number for tickets for the ball?
Exactly, exactly.
All right, and that's the
And
seven.
I'll send you.
That's the
I'll
seven
send
hundred
you.
four number.
Yes, the 704 number. And Crystal, I will send you the flyer for that ball. Uh,
Okay.
okay.
All right, so we got that up there. We'll put that up there. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're interested, call Roderick to get on over there and go to the ball so you can get there, and then you'll be good to go. So that's good. Good. You full of information today, Roderick. That's okay. You know how to take advantage of getting
Oh
advertised
yeah, no question, no question.
when the opportunity prevails. Well, that's good. Well, let me ask you something, Roderick. When you decide to stop doing community service, when you decide to stop serving in all these different capacities, and people start talking about Roderick Perry, what do you want the people to say?
I just want them to basically say that he served his community. You know, I just want people to be able to, my legacy to be that I was a person of service. Uh, I don't always have to be, you know, at the center of attention. As long as the team works, the dream works.
Yeah.
It's not a me thing, it's a we thing.
Uh-huh. And you come out there, sharp, always a sharp dresser, always looking good, doing everything out there. Now you got a woman on your arm looking good. Y'all looking good together. So let me ask you this before we leave out of here. I would
Right.
definitely not want to give you the opportunity. You said something. You said that this all started in Charlotte, where you served, and you said that you've had decades of being clean. If
Right.
there's somebody watching this that is struggling in that area, that is trying to get clean, that is trying to keep their sobriety, what is a message that you have for that person?
I can say to that person to find a higher power to pray to, reach out. As I said earlier, if you're needing assistance in anything, we do not live in this world by ourselves. To reach out and seek assistance. Go to your local church. If you don't know anyone that has experience in substance abuse and recovery, go to your local church, go to your local police department and ask them. You know these police departments maybe have not been our best neighbors, for lack of a better word. But use that entity that's in your neighborhood on your side of town, and just go in there and ask for help. We often say you can't do it for your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your kids. You can do this for yourselves. You know.
That's it. It's gotta want it for yourself. I think that's important because a lot of people miss that and they do it for somebody else. So I think that was good advice, definitely, to tell them to do it for themselves.
Yeah, it's a humbling thing for me. Because I often say, but for the grace of God, there go I. You know,
Mm,
how dare I look down my nose at anybody?
yes.
Because for the most part, I came up making bad decisions, and God blessed me to a place where I stopped making bad decisions.
And Roderick, just two more questions. One is you served the country. Thank you for your service.
Right.
And I'm sure some of that has given you the courage and the discipline that you have to be the person you are today. What is the most valuable lesson you learned serving? And you served over, where was it, Berlin or somewhere?
I served in Germany in two places in Wildflicken and Fulda. Uh, but I was in ROTC. How I got in there, I was in ROTC at Smith, and I got commissioned when I graduated. But the most important thing I learned from being in the service is being more organized,
Mm,
being a little more disciplined. Although I didn't adhere to the discipline I had learned, when I finally my eyes got uncrossed, for lack of a better word, discipline was one of the first things that I fell back on.
wow. Yeah, and seeing what's going on in the military today, what do you be feeling when you look and see how everything is going, and what are you feeling for those that are serving in
Well,
2020?
those individuals that are still serving our country, you know, they're young, and we have to be of assistance to them as best we can. We can't be afraid to try to want to help them, because people are they're coming from war. I was
Mm,
a peacetime soldier, so they're coming from a place of that probably none of us can imagine. And it's all about trying to help your fellow man. I mean, regardless of what color they are. but especially those that are near and dear to us, especially our family members and classmates and things of that that may have kids or relatives who've come home from the service. A lot of times these people need help.
Yeah. And they're not getting the services they need completely. So yes, if we have organizations, perhaps we can do more for our veterans, because I know sometimes the veterans get a short end of the stick,
Right.
and so we got to do better for our veterans. Well, Roger, let's see, we talked about family. Anything that I didn't ask you that you want to be known as a part of your legacy in regard to everything you do, shining a light and showing resilience and showing all the different character traits that you do and exhibit in every capacity. Anything I didn't ask you that you want to be known?
Well, I just want to say, for real, shout out to Prince Hall Masonry. Regardless of what house, shout out to the Order Eastern Stars, Prince Hall affiliated. These individuals shine a light. These individuals help their communities, without all of the fanfare. They work hard to improve the quality of life in their particular communities. So I just want to say my hat's off to them. I'm glad to be a part of. I'm blessed to be a part of.
And we're excited to watch y'all. I'm very proud. A little bit of my background when it comes to Kabbalah, with my grandfather being a part of
Right.
one of the founding members and my dad being a past potentate. So I never really got involved with any of it, but I definitely do still want to do something to keep my dad and grandfather's name going. So I haven't gotten to it yet, but in 2026, I might revisit it with you guys again, because that is something that's on my heart that I do want to do, whether it's a scholarship or something.
Right.
Some capacity we could do that. But I want to say,
feel free to reach out and we can collaborate on that.
Yes. And I'm just proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Congratulations again to the missus. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Roderick Perry right here in Raleigh, North Carolina, wearing multiple hats, serving the community in many ways, stretching himself. You see what he said. He will pick a brother up, and he's given out his phone number several times and mentioned that if you need him, he's a phone call away. So it means that if you want him because you're going through something with keeping your sobriety or staying clean, call him. If you need tickets for the ball, call him. If you're looking to do something later on, call him and his wife for what they have for the Business Central Plus LLC for safety training. The information's on the screen, 704-202-8511, or you can email wroderickp@outlook.com, or call Miss Janice at 336-432-1861, or email her at jpperry1@yahoo.com. Whatever you do, just reach out to them in regards to the Legacy Ball that's coming up. You can scan this right here on the screen so that you'll be able to do that and get tickets. It's going to be a great affair, and many, many other things coming up. Roderick, I want to thank you so much for your time here, and I just want to let you know that we'll see y'all out there again soon. And ladies and gentlemen, this is story time. This is what we do. We try to shine the light on individuals who might not be shined. The light is not shined. They're not looking for it, but we know that they are someone who is quietly working and deserves it. We just feel as though it is something. So what you've been watching is what we call our Legends series. Okay, so come on out and let us know if you have a story. A story time, what we do here is we get the word out to multiple places. It's on many platforms, okay? If you have not done it yet, follow. Take a picture right here and follow. And definitely let us know. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so excited, and we're going to say thank you for watching. You've been listening to Roderick Perry and myself right now. And on that note, Roderick, thank you. Have a blessed evening.
You do the same. Thank you, Crystal. And let me say this. Ladies and gentlemen, this young lady is a catalyst in our community. God bless you, Crystal, and thank you for what you do.
On that note, I'm your girl, Crystal Bodie Smith. I thank you, Roderick. And my mission is to stir up the gift, instill hope, and save life. And I always say, keep hope alive. So with that, no matter what you're going through, keep hope alive. Just keep recycling it over and over again. You can get through it. Get the negative people around you away from you, and just have positive people in your camp, and you can't go wrong. And find yourself a higher power, and you can't lose with the stuff you use. Have an amazing day. We'll be back tomorrow night on Storytime. So Wednesdays at 8 p.m., Sundays at 9 p.m. Have a good evening. See you later. Thank you guys for joining. Bye.
A catalyst for change with the chance to thrive. Crystal is the one to stir up gifts and save lives. You get exposure, promotion, and marketing too. And advertise for business owners just like you. On Storytime, your interview is global. Virtual or in person, just come on the show. Yo, your story matters. Crystals will open the door. 40 years of experience, ready to give you more on Storytime. Get ready for Storytime. Hey, come on.